Welcome. My name is Thomas Ledford. I'm here to talk about in this video a step-by-step process through my partnership program. I've been around for the last 18 years, the last 12 as a business owner, and so I specialize in helping individuals who business in the industry working as an employee who ready to start their own tax preparation business get started. And that's what I specialize in. And so I added the partnership piece to it because over the years, me being around, I had people who want to start their own income tax preparation business, but not necessarily on their own and by themselves. So the partnership program gives you opportunity to get started in this industry by being your own boss without the pressure of being your own boss by yourself, but having someone who can guide you through step by step, who's been around with some experience and some training and some insight under their belt that they can give to you that's going to help streamline your success, help streamline your process to being in this industry. And so that's the solution my partnership program brings to the marketplace is helping people to get started being their own boss without the pressures of getting started by themselves, without the pressures of having to go to different Facebook groups and forums and ask all these questions that is going to be needed to get started. But having someone that they can have right there that they can go to that's going to guide them through the process of getting started all in one spot without having to get all these different answers from all these different people to stuff that's really time consuming and frustrating for the person that's new but want to get started. So that's the thing that I bring to the marketplace is that I've been around for the last 18 years, the last 12 as a business owner. So the things I experienced in this industry, the real world situations that I've been through, the insight from that alone is priceless compared to what I charge for this program. And so when it comes to someone who may be interested in partnering up with me, the thing is, if you already got experience in this industry and you're ready to go off and start your own tax preparation business, but you don't want to do it by yourself, then what I bring to the marketplace is that you're simply able to partner with me and utilize all the things I'm already doing in this industry for us generating income from a tax preparation business standpoint. And so that's the important piece that I bring to the marketplace in this partnership program. And so one of the main key areas that you will have to really learn about when you're making that transition is being able to learn some things that from a business standpoint and you being your own boss that you didn't have to know at first, now you need to know. When working for another tax preparation company, it's some things you didn't need to know because it wasn't your responsibility to know it. But now that you talk about starting your own tax preparation business, there's some things you need to know and learn that prior to that you didn't have to learn. And I was blessed to be able to work for a firm for 6 years and learn everything I needed to learn to start my own income tax business when I felt I was ready to do so. And so that's the advantage I have over a lot of people that I work for independent company that allow me to learn everything I need to learn to get my own income tax preparation business started when I was ready to do so. And so that's was key and a major thing for me because I knew I wanted to start my own tax preparation business one day, but I knew I had to go out here and get some skills, get some knowledge, get some clientele, and get some confidence in myself before going off on my own and get started. And so that was the preparation piece to doing 6 years in the industry first before I decided to go off on my own and start my own tax preparation business. So 18 years ago, I didn't have a mentor, I didn't have a coach, I didn't have one who I could learn from and get guided through, but I don't regret my journey at all. But I'm able to take my insight, my training, my experience, and help other people avoid some of the pitfalls and mistakes that happens in this industry by being new, by being inexperienced to the tax preparation business. Because the role you played was strictly from an employee standpoint. So getting started in this video, I'll talk about software. Software is one of the crucial things that you'll have to learn when you partner with someone because the software is how we process the return. The software is how we do business in the industry. So you being able to learn how to maneuver and guide through the software it's going to be crucial to partner with someone or even starting your own tax preparation business. So Drake is a software that I use for years. To me, it's user friendly, and that's my opinion. And so when it comes to software, a lot of times you go to different groups and they ask you what's the best software to use. In my opinion, there's no such thing as what's the best software to use. In my opinion, what's the most user-friendly software to use based on your budget. And so that's the type of information you get from me if you were working with me in this partnership program, or if I was walking through helping you set your own tax business up, is that I would show you 3 to 5 software based on your budget and ask you which one is the most user-friendly that you can learn to maneuver through, that you feel comfortable and confident with, that you want to use going forward. And that's how I would do that. So, everyone is different when it comes to that, but that's my take on it. And so software would be one of the crucial things we would get into training on right away, because that's the thing that's going to help you to do the business you need to do for servicing the clients that you're looking to get to come through your door, especially if you already got clientele and building on that, being able to use the software, and it's going to be half the battle. And so if you can find software that's user friendly that you can use and operate and go through, then that's going to really be nice. That's going to really help. And so, like I say, in my opinion, Drake is user friendly. And so I would, so that's the first thing we will start doing is software training. And then doing with the software training, it's going to include you being able to process the returns, process the refunds, because as an employee where you worked at, you might not have been in charge of that. So if you don't have no experience in processing returns and refunds, then that's a thing where I have to teach you along with the software training. That's all inclusive to that. Another thing would be helping you to get a payment processor set up of your own for clientele you might have that might not necessarily get a refund, but need to pay you for the service that you provided. And you want to be able to process those type of clients through your own payment processor using your own business account, your own business name. So help you set up your own business account, your own business name, basically helping you set up your own credentials from the standpoint of that when you get ready to do your tax return for the following year, you have your business account set up, you have your own business credential set up in your name, to that way when that part of the business will be already done. Even though we're partners, that part of the business aspect will be done already for you. So when you decide to maybe go off on your own and go solo, then that information and stuff will be set up already. And then so when it comes to being in this industry, just being able to answer any questions or concerns you may have about getting started, or some issues that you've dealt with by working with other companies on how do we handle that may definitely vary, because all companies got their own policies and protocol and procedures on how to handle things, good, bad, or indifferent. And so, we'll definitely go through how we handle situations that may arise that we've probably already dealt with before based on our experience. Like I'm gonna give you an example of direct deposits. We had an issue back in the past where we had people who were doing direct deposits, but we assumed that the information that they was giving them was their information, but all the time it didn't belong to them. And so that became to be an issue, because it was situations where they didn't get their refund because the money went to their boyfriend or girlfriend account and they fell out, and so they didn't get their refund. So now they screaming. Now it's a whole big old issue. And so based on going through that alone, we implemented protocols to now where for people doing direct deposits, they got to either give us a voided check with them being an account holder, or a bank statement with them being an account holder. And that's the protocol going forward when it comes to processing direct deposits, because we found out that people who were using direct deposit weren't necessarily account holder. And another issue we found out about is people who were with different banks that we were already familiar with didn't necessarily have their account set up in the city we lived in. I'm in the Midwest, I'm in Chicago, Illinois, and so we assumed that the account information was based on Illinois when it probably wasn't. And we had situations where it wasn't. We had situations where they got their account open in Indiana or Michigan or Wisconsin or New York, but that routing number is different. And so those type of situations were frustrating to the client, because now when you use a different routing number along with the account number that didn't belong to Illinois, but didn't belong to the account where they got it opened up at, then that became a problem. So going through that is another reason why we ask people now, where did you get your account opened up at? Especially for people who got traditional bank accounts like Chase and Bank of America or PNC or Fifth Third, those traditional bank account type situations. Now we ask you, where did you open up your account? Because now from learning that, we realized that we had to ask that question going forward. So those are some of the couple of things that real world situations that happen to us cause us to implement some protocols that help alleviate that from continuing. So that's the type of insight that you'll get by partnering with someone who's been around for the last 18 years in this industry, that you might not have that same type of insight. With me, I deal with people who worked for a company for a lot of years, so their experience is different from mine. I've owned and operated and ran companies from a business standpoint for so long that my experience and the things I had to know and do that they didn't have to know and do makes running a business different and handling situations different. And so that's what I help bring, is that there's some things that you didn't have to probably do working as an employee at a tax preparation firm or accounting firm or whatever name you want to put to it, where it came to running a tax preparation business. And so it's just so many things that I help bring to the table when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, that software piece is definitely important, which includes processing the returns and the refunds, and like I say, having your own payment processor, that's important. Due diligence training, and let you know that, man, due diligence is going to be the key that's going to help protect you as well as your business from any issues that may arise when it comes to the IRS auditing any of your clients for whatever reason. So to protect yourself, due diligence is a number one thing you want to implement, and it's called document. So when it comes to being able to answer these different questions that the IRS may come in to your office and ask you, is cool. But if you don't have no documentation to prove to them that you asked these questions and you wrote down the responses to it, then it didn't happen. And so that's what's going to help protect you in your business going forward in this industry. You've been able to document situations for each client based on that client's individual situation, and all of them will be different. And so we have training that we utilize to help us to go through what that looks like when it comes to what type of questions we want to ask, and then being able to take the response from the client. So there's so much to being your own boss, being your own tax preparation business, even from a partnership standpoint. Because see, from a partnership standpoint, you still have to learn the same things that a person who has their own tax preparation business has to know. The only difference is you just have a partnership title with yours, but the concept is still the same. Partnership or non-partnership, if you got your own tax preparation business, you have to know the same information to order to successfully run a tax preparation company. And so that's the big difference between being an employee for multiple years and then transitioning over to being your own tax preparation business. Is that the information that you got to learn is going to be totally different, because now as a boss, you have to know what an employee needs to know as well as what a business owner needs to know. So you have to know it all to help protect yourself and help you to operate and grow a sustainable, profitable business for yourself. And so many different things we can do to make money in this industry indirectly, other than tax preparation fees, that I give the people that I work with opportunity to make additional income from. So that's the importance of being a partner with me, is that the experience I have, the insight I bring, the different income streams of ways of making money in general, let alone in this industry, is what I possess that's going to help fast track your success. And so if you, like I said, look to get started on the partnership level, we definitely got plenty of time because we got all of December to get you in the software training that's going to be crucial to you being ready for the tax season in January. And at this point, I haven't got a date on when that's going to be. But like I said, we got all of December to get ready for the 2020 season as far as the tax preparation software training piece for the individuals who are going to partner with me. That's crucial to have you ready for game day is real important. And then the other information I'm going to give you that you're going to go through at your own leisure in the comfort of your own home, especially if you're not working with me directly, because you may not live in the same state or city or demographics that I do, that we may have to work remotely, which I also do with people when it comes to the partnership program. So you don't have to live in Chicago or the state of Illinois to be a partner of mine. It's just we must get together on a Zoom call and see if we're a good fit for one another, and then take it from there and move forward and being ready to get started with the training needed to be able to open up the doors and be ready to do your own tax business in 2020. That's what I bring to the marketplace with the partnership program. And so if you're interested, reach out to me with the contact information in this video, and we can set up a Zoom call and see if that's me and you be a good fit, and we can move forward from there. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, so every time I go live or go upload, you'll be notified. You know what I'm saying? So if you have any questions at all about the income tax preparation industry, you can leave me a comment with a question, and I get back to you as soon as I can with the answer. So if there's anything you want to know about the partnership program that I've probably been discussing in this video, reach out to me, and I'll see you in my next video.